But George, they had 8 offensive rebounds, the Spurs, and the bench was tremendous. 17 points from the bench in that second quarter, 17 of their 32. Those guys gave them a big lift.
Draymond Green missed the shot inside, can't bat it home. Santos got the offensive rebound. Melton for 3, it's good. And D'Anthony Melton 3 for 3 from three-point range.
What a pickup he has been. We would like to have seen him have a full year last year. He was playing very good basketball before he got hurt.
Yeah, tore his ACL, then was involved in a trade. Now back with the Warriors as Fox commits the foul after Golden State playing its 5th straight game without Steph Curry. They are 2-2 since the right knee issue, but Curry told George Sedano he visited with him in the first quarter. Should be back after the All-Star break. Another Golden State 3, this by Moody.
Just like they started the basketball game, hot from 3, aggressive, confident.
Here's Vassell, can't answer. And Wembanyama trying to keep it alive, going over the top of Green. Vassell catch and shoot, spins out, rebound Green. Golden State trying to run. Here's Melton, got another 3. Timeout San Antonio, a 9-0.
And this is a team, they know they're undermanned. First of all, they play hard. They always have under Steve Kerr. The culture is established. But you're down Steph Curry. You're down.
State 29-25, currently in 8th in the West. 3 games out of 7th, but also 3 games out of 9th. They were in the play-in last year. They won the play-in and beat Houston in the first round as Wembanyama tips that pass off the window and in. He's got a team-high 15 points. He averages 24.5 points per game on the season. Shot clock at 10. Draymond Green, 6 assists, no turnovers for the Warriors. He'll roll as Melton floats it to him. Wembanyama comes over, challenges it, but Green scores against him, and a foul.
This is Draymond playing good basketball. You think about it.
The shooting hasn't been great for Draymond Green, but he's doing everything else. He's got 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Lead is 14. It's the largest of the night for Golden State, and now a foul called on
the case.
Or he would leave the building early with 6 fouls.
All right.
36 years of age on March 4th. Count the basket for Castle and 1. The foul on Moody, his 4th. So a 3-point opportunity for Castle, just his 2nd.
It's going to do nothing but get better over time.
He is powerful.
He's powerful, and I think the key for he and Dylan Harper, they don't have to be lights-out shooters, but they have to be respectable enough to balance their explosive driving.
We didn't even know if Castle would play tonight after a hard fall last night. He was listed as questionable. Shot clock at 5. Spencer on the baseline. Able to put that on the rim. It wouldn't fall. Spencer now started 8 games this season. Misses the first free throw, including the NBA All-Star game on NBC.
Things tipping off early for NBA All-Star weekend because of the Olympics, of course.
Victor Wembanyama will be in Los Angeles. His 2nd All-Star appearance. His 1st All-Star start. Steph Curry, his 12th All-Star selection, but he will not play because of the knee injury. Fox going baseline. Skip to Champagnie. Shot block at 3. Here's Vassell. 3 is no good. And trapped down by Melton. Melton gets past Castle. Trying to recover. And Melton hits the deck. Able to keep the possession going. And good to see him get to his feet after the injury last year. Santos couldn't finish. And Wemby brings it up the floor. Fox, and boy, again, defensively, your challenge off that points for both teams. I mean, San Antonio, it's obvious. They've won 5 in a row. They're trying to, as Santos misses inside and Wembanyama gets the rebound, they're trying to keep the streak going. Golden State, if they win and Curry comes back on Thursday after the All-Star break, that means they went 3-2 without him.
Right. Massive.
Corner 3, Santos off the mark and rebounded by Castle. San Antonio trying to cut it to single figures. The Spurs have trailed throughout. Largest deficit was 14 earlier in the quarter. Castle again powering it up, but missing that time.
he's frustrated that he's not getting any calls.
Spencer gets a great look, but can't hit it. And a foul on Castle as he knocks in. Gary Payton yet to check in the second half. Had a great first half with 10 points and 5 assists. Spencer with the hook shot off the window. Harper to the corner. Keldon Johnson launches. Can't connect. And rebound Santos. Jemski working with Draymond Green on the screen. Now fires underneath. And it was last touched by Vassell. A left selection to an all-defensive team. Shot clock down to 4. Spencer driving on Fox. And Spencer with back-to-back banks.
Different sides of the floor. How about that guy? 1 year of college basketball.
And before college basketball, the NCAA assist leader in lacrosse at Loyola, Maryland for 4 years. 29 years old, but his 3rd NBA season. Horford backing down Johnson. Bounces underneath. Santos goaltending on Wembanyama. Here they are number 7 in defensive rating. Johnson drives and scores, plus a foul on Golden State.
He's had an excellent year. When you listen to anybody around this organization, they say heart and soul of this group is Keldon Johnson. He's quite the spirit in the locker room, apparently.
Now in his 7th NBA season out of Kentucky. Midway point of the 3rd quarter. Payton for 3, no, and backside rebound Johnson. Johnson going to work again on offense and scoring against Santos, who had to be careful not to pick up that 5th foul.
Well, when I told you in the second quarter, when they had 16 rebounds, 8 offensive, their bench was terrific.
Spencer weaving through traffic out to Payton, spot up 3 off the front rim. And Cornette, who's in for Wembanyama, gets the rebound. Harper looking to push tempo. Harper keeping that pivot foot down, looking for a teammate. Now it's out to Johnson, who's got the hot hand. Shot clock at 7. Johnson will keep. He misses. Cornette bats it to him, and this time he scored.
Again, this group doing a heck of a job. And how about them, that little ability to keep that alive, gets him a bucket.
Spencer lobs, and too high for Gary Payton. San Antonio has it down the 9. Harper driving, contact with Kajemski, no whistle either way. The basket is good, and Steve Kerr called.
Look on us, they was attacking the paint on us. They got like 4 layups in a row. It's a foul, so we got to clean that up, you know. Make them shoot jumpers, make them shoot contested ones, and get out in transition.
You guys have done a solid job on Wembanyama, led by Draymond Green. How do you try to continue that here moving forward?
Keep showing crowds, getting out early and just boxing out. Man, they got a lot of second chance points, so we got to just keep boxing out, securing rebounds.
D'Anthony, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dave, DB.
Well, George, they keep pushing him to the perimeter, and he's now 1 for 7 from three-point land. And a foul here on Keldon Johnson. We've seen a drill in previous warm-ups where they've got Victor Wembanyama standing on 1 foot, holding the ball low, and a member of the athletic training staff just whacking at his arms, trying to jar the ball free to work on his strength and his contact balance as Barnes throws it down. It's the first lead of the night for San Antonio.
Second quarter, it was the same thing. It was the bench who gave him a big lift.
You touched on Golden State's struggling in clutch games. They've had 9 losses this year when leading going into the 4th. Now, they were tied in this game going into the 4th, but they had a 16-point lead at one point in the 3rd quarter. They turned it over there. They've done a good job for the most part protecting the basketball, but they're now up to 10 turnovers. Got a foul here, and they're going to say that the game-winning shot against Memphis Monday. Johnson hits the first free. And he's got 14 points. He had that on the season. 4-point lead for the Spurs. San Antonio trying to win its 6th in a row. That would be the longest streak right now in the NBA. Cleveland won tonight, so they've won 5 in a row along with the Spurs. James Harden has provided a boost for that Cavalier team. Payton gets his own miss, but couldn't keep it from Steve Kerr. Good minutes off the bench this year. He's not available tonight either. Wembanyama driving, collides with Draymond Green. They're going to call Green for the block. That's his.
And I think good officials do give people a listen if they have a real grievance in their mind. I thought it was really good officiating all around by Josh.
Wembanyama goes 1 for 2 at the line. 13-0 run by the Spurs going back to the third quarter. Their lead is 5. Payton underneath. Wembanyama lurking, so he kicks it out. Champagnie blocked it. Shot clock at 3 for Moody. Reverse layup is good. First points in a while for Moses Moody.
Big one, so, I mean, all the momentum had been taken away from them, and they were starting to struggle, so that's a big one.
Fox trying to get downhill, lob for Wembanyama, and the smash. 20 points for Victor Wembanyama. 7th assist for De'Aaron Fox. Wembanyama almost caught that in the air. Spencer thought it was a goaltend.
He's had 2 of those.
Taking it all the way to the cup, Dylan Harper. And it's a 7-point lead, the largest for San Antonio.
Boy, Wemby's ability to navigate the person coming downhill at him and still be positioned. Look at the amount of times he makes you go, no, actually, let's get that out of the paint.
And then look at Pajemski. Wembanyama, it's like pulling the chair out of a guy driving. He just backed away. Crowd trying to get the Warriors going here. Golden State with 67 first half points, but just 29 cents. Good look from the corner. Horford cannot hit it. Wembanyama. Three-pointer is good.
I mean, just extraordinary. Hadn't had that part of his game going all night. He's been such a major force on defense. His communication back there is exquisite.
It's a 20-2 run right now by San Antonio. Shot clock down to 7. Horford going one-on-one with Johnson. Kicks it out to Spencer. Post drains a 3 from the corner. A much-needed hit by Quentin Post.
Yeah, but you know how many efforts Wembanyama makes on one defensive sequence?
Wembanyama driving through the lane and fouled. He'll go back to the line.
Oklahoma City's defense is as good as this. Watch Hartenstein and Chet commute.
And Wembanyama misses another free throw. He's 6 of 8 at the line. 24 points, right at his season average. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And it's an 8-point San Antonio lead. With the forces depleted for Golden State, where will the offense come from to try to make a run here? Horford, corner 3. No good. Pajemski can't stick it back. And again, you wonder, with Wembanyama lurking, is that why Pajemski didn't bring it down? Harper in transition, gets 2.
Wow, just this guy, again, I keep talking about that dynamic guards. I think Josh Timmons.
7 minutes to play here in regulation. San Antonio trying to run its win streak to 6.
Sorry, Dave. Interesting they're going double big here. San Antonio. And
Antonio in the third, or much of the group, with Cornette on the floor instead of Wembanyama. Shot clock at 3 for Golden State. Post driving, kicks, and with about a 0.1 on the shot clock, Melton fires and connects on a 3. 33 assists for Golden State. San Antonio's got 30 assists. 7-point game. Harper, Johnson. Poisson hits a 3.
he can be very streaky from 3. Keldon, he's 2 for 5. He's got 17 points.
Nice cut by Horford. Melton with the 5.
This is why you hear Steve say they're better equipped. That combination of Melton and Horford, 2 guys who can make shots, can make plays.
112-104, San Antonio at the midway point of the 4th quarter. Vassell fires to Harper with a shot clock down to 6. Back to Vassell, timer 3, spinning in the lane, hanging and hitting. Vassell, who Mitch Johnson says is our connector, whether it's with the starters or off the bench. He's a big reason why San Antonio is where it is in the standings. Second in the West, third overall in the NBA. 37-16 record. Pajemski going baseline, and a foul called on Cornette. This weekend, NBA All-Star 2026 is in Los Angeles. Third election, 11th start. Victor Wembanyama will play. It'll be his second straight appearance, his first start. Pajemski now 5 of 5 at the line. Harper got deep, can't bank it in. And they're going to call a loose ball foul on San Antonio. Nearing 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Pajemski working on Cornette, steps back and puts up an air ball. Wembanyama's on the bench and he's still altering shots. Johnson for 3. In and out. Rebound post.
You're going to get Victor Wembanyama in on the next dead ball.
Melton trying to put on the brakes. Out to Moody. Not even close on the 3 ball. The Warriors are seeing ghosts right. Guys one-on-one in the lane to continue to kick it out. You wonder where the next block is coming from. Even when he's not in the game. Golden State's got 39 points in the half. They're down 8. Can they get a stop? Mid-range jumper, no good from Castle. Johnson got the offensive rebound and a foul. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists for Green. He's had a great night. Wemby, as Green flies by, Wembanyama misses the 3. The tip no good on the first try, but on the second, Castle bats it in.
Boy, that guy's ability to board it. Quick second jump by Castle.
Pajemski loses his footing, but tripped by Johnson, his second foul. 4th team foul on San Antonio.
Al Horford going to check back in for Golden State as well. And De'Aaron Fox.
Oklahoma City, stay in the mix, try to get that 1 seed. They're 3 back right now in the loss column. Pajemski for 3, around and out.
And Keldon goes and gets another rebound. And Stephon Castle out. Harper keeps playing.
Meanwhile, Pajemski's missed 7 shot attempts in a row after a 4-for-4 start. Johnson backing down Green, goes to the left hand and scores. Largest lead of the night for the Spurs. Green attacks, scores, and a foul. Great take by Green, +1.
That's
pounds and 2 blocks.
Just remember about this Golden State team. In this 2-2 stretch, they've been down double digits, including by 10 with 4 minutes to go in their last game. Like, Mitch was hot and should have been hot at that last breakdown. You got to finish this.
Fox pulls up and scores again. De'Aaron Fox with 25. San Antonio matching its largest lead of the game at 12 with 2.5 to play. Trying to stretch the win streak to 6. Be their second longest of the year. They had an 8-game win streak in December. Green, no switching home a 3-pointer to stay within striking distance. Be their second longest of the year. They had an 8, could not get the 17 points for Green to go with 12 boards, 7 assists. And he's done a good job defending Wembanyama. Harper in the lane, brings it back out. Shot clock down to 8. Fox walks into a 3. Rattles around but won't fall. Arm as Green gets a steal. A chance here for Golden State. Big possession, down 9. Green hit a 3 a moment ago. Nice cut, Pajemski. Green, you know, is going to find him. That's 8 assists for Green, and it's a 7-point game.
An exchange communication happens late by San Antonio. I'm telling you, they don't quit.
No Steph Curry for the 5th straight game. Jimmy Butler tore his ACL a few weeks ago. Porzingis hasn't played yet. Yet the Warriors are hanging with the team that has the 3rd best record in the league. Keldon Johnson, though, who's had a great second half, scores again.
There's a reason he and Harper are on the floor. Number one, Johnson will mix it up and board it on both ends, and he's fearless offensively.
Santos couldn't handle the pass. A turnover by Golden State. Spurs up 9. Barnes. And now Wembanyama. They're not going to take the shot just yet, although Wembanyama has the mismatch on Moody. Now he'll post up. Wembanyama fouled, and he'll shoot 2. He was hovering around 4 each of the last 2 years per game.
Basketball skills. Put it on the deck, shoot 3, block shot. This Dave Pash.
He's visualizing, saying, I'm going to steal your soul tonight, which it seemed like he did in this 4th quarter, because since that second block, the Warriors' offense has not been as good, and he forces another turnover there. Fox in transition with the dagger. The Spurs will stretch their winning streak to 6 in a row, longest active in the NBA. San Antonio will improve to 38-16. Golden State will fall to 29-26. San Antonio last year won 34 games the whole season.
Yeah.
And they'll be at 38 wins going into the All-Star break here in 2026.
Impressive.